You guys ready to watch the video? In the first 5 years of life, children learn 80% of who they will ever be, their character, their core beliefs, and their values. Unfortunately, during this critical period, they are bombarded with violence and other negative images and messages. To combat this and to help children grow into balanced, morally responsible teenagers and adults, we need to give them positive tools that build character.
There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball.
Welcome to the character-building characters of Balltown, a town entirely populated by balls. In this series of 4 half-hour videos, you'll meet sibling rivals Timothy and Tabitha Tennisball, Balltown's bully Calvin Cannonball, Sharon Snowball, who has special needs and has to live in a refrigerator, Milton Meatball, who learned karate because he was afraid of being eaten, Clever Little Ping Pong Ball, and Wise Old Doc Medicine Ball, Ollie Oddball, Glitter Ball, the Big Bad Snooker Ball Gang, and many more. Young children instantly feel at home with these lovable characters. After all, balls are the most universal toys in the world, bridging all racial, cultural, and economic barriers. Best of all, each episode of Balltown contains a character-building message, from simple issues like not littering and taking care of the environment, to the importance of persevering and never giving up, from friendship to dealing with change and learning to accept failure as a necessary rung on the ladder to success. Hot topics like peer pressure and bullying, or even complex issues like improper touching or coming to terms with divorce or death. Designed by psychology graduates and endorsed by parents, child care specialists, and early educationalists, each 5-minute episode of Balltown matches the short attention span of a young child and has the seal of approval of several family-friendly organizations. Colorful graphics and intentional low-level stimulation prove that fun and excitement can be gentle and non-violent and have a really positive influence during a child's vital character-building years. For each episode, there's also a 1-page parent-teacher guide available free on the Balltown website to use as a discussion tool for subjects that might otherwise be difficult to talk about. Parents can also print off each episode from the web to read as a 5-minute bedtime story and bond with children or even help them learn to read. All in all, Balltown is much more than just another TV series for the 3 to 7 year age group, because when you introduce children to the character-building characters of Balltown, you're giving them an extension of yourself as a loving, responsible parent or grandparent. So, if kids' entertainment leaves you feeling a little bit flat, or you want to put more bounce into your child's leisure time, let Balltown round off their education. Balltown, available where good videos are sold, or ordered direct from our website at www.balltown.org or videopublishinggroup.com.
There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball. And if you listen well, you'll be sure to hear the sound of everyone go bouncy bounce in Balltown. There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball. And if you listen well, you'll be sure to hear the sound of everyone go bouncy bounce in Balltown.
Christopher Cricketball was a real gentleman and very polite. He would always stand up from a seat and let a girl ball sit down in his place.
Thank you.
Said Susie Superball.
You've got such good manners, Christopher Cricketball.
And so everybody liked Christopher Cricketball. But one day, a terrible thing happened to him. His cousin Charlie Cricketball came to visit Balltown, and they decided to go for a boat ride.
After you,
said Christopher Cricketball, polite as usual. And Charlie Cricketball stepped into the boat. Crack went the rotten timbers. Splash went Charlie Cricketball. Chomp went the big shark. Poor Christopher Cricketball. He cried and cried and cried.
It's all my fault.
He sobbed.
If I had gone first, Charlie would still be alive.
Ping Pong Ball patted him on the shoulder.
You can't blame yourself when bad things happen.
She said kindly.
You were only being polite.
But it's not fair.
Sobbed Christopher Cricket Ball.
No,
Said Samantha Softball.
life isn't always fair.
Maybe Charlie isn't really dead.
Said Christopher Cricket Ball.
Maybe the shark spat him out on the beach.
No,
Said Doc Medicine Ball.
we've checked. You know, Christopher, one of the most important things you have to do when you lose someone you love is face up to it.
But I can't.
Sniffed Christopher Cricket Ball, trying hard not to cry.
My heart feels so sore.
We know.
Said Gary Golf Ball kindly.
Even boys are allowed to feel sad.
Yes, and you must cry
Said Doc Medicine Ball.
and let it all out. It's your body's way of getting over some of the pain.
And so Christopher Cricket Ball went home and cried. And he cried some more. And eventually, he felt a little better. All the other balls in Balltown came to visit, just to let him know they understood that he was hurting inside,
Here are some flowers to cheer you up.
said Betty Beach Ball.
This book will help take your mind off it.
Said Billy Beach Ball. Even Millie Mothball came to visit.
I brought you a little moth to play with.
She said,
Just a teensy-weensy little one.
how good it is to have friends. They're always there for you when you really need them. And little by little, Christopher Cricket Ball learned to accept that Charlie Cricket Ball was gone, and that there was nothing he could do about it. And it wasn't his fault either. Sometimes life is just like that. After a while, Ping Pong Ball came to see him.
We're going on a picnic, Christopher Cricket Ball.
She said,
Come on.
I don't feel like it.
said Christopher Cricket Ball miserably.
But you must.
Said Ping Pong Ball.
I know you're still feeling very sad, but you must learn that life goes on, and you're part of it.
And so Christopher Cricket Ball went along to the picnic in the woods near Balltown. He joined in the fun and games, and it was good to laugh again. And when he felt that he wanted to be alone, he wandered down the path and watched all the squirrels and birds and insects. He was still sad, but it was normal to feel sad, and nothing would ever bring Charlie Cricket Ball back.
I'm sorry, Charlie,
He said out loud as if Charlie was there.
but I know you'll forgive me, and I know now that it really wasn't my fault.
And then he felt a whole lot better. And when he looked at the leaves that had fallen from the trees and were rotting on the ground, he knew that they made the earth rich so that new things could grow. Because everywhere he could see new little trees coming up. Suddenly, he understood. Life doesn't end when you die. Somewhere, Charlie was still alive, in some way Christopher couldn't quite understand. And when he stood up to join the other balls at the picnic, there was a new bounce and joy in his step.
Come and sit here for a while. Put on a great big smile. 'Cause everyone in Balltown is your friend. We learn things while we play. You got lots of friends today. So let's go bouncy, 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 bouncy in Balltown. Yeah! There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball. And if you listen well, you'll be sure to hear the sound of everyone go bouncy, bouncy in Balltown.
If you look at a golf ball, you'll see it's covered all over in little dents called dimples. But do you know how those dimples got there? Let me tell you the story. When Gary Golf Ball first came to Balltown, he was smooth all over. This is the song he used to sing as he bounced along.
I'm smooth, I'm shiny. Next to Bo Basketball, I'm tiny. But whenever you need a friend, I'll be there till the very end. I'll be your friend.
That's what all the other balls loved about Gary Golf Ball. He was always ready to help anyone and be a friend to them.
Good morning, Harriet Hockeyball.
He said as he bounced past her house.
What a beautiful garden you have. Hello, Millie Mothball.
He would call as Millie went fussing by, chasing moths as usual.
Thank you for keeping the moths away.
And so it would go on. He always had something nice to say about everyone. It's like that, you know. If you want people to like you, make sure you're nice to people first. And how Gary Golfball loved to bounce. But when it came to the straight bouncing competition at the annual Balltown Fair, Gary Golfball had a problem. When he was flying through the air, he just couldn't go straight. First to the left, then to the right, then up, then down, and so he never landed exactly where he aimed. Laughed Doc Medicine Ball.
Maybe I should give you glasses like I gave Ollie Oddball so you can see where you're going.
But Gary Golfball didn't mind. He was a very happy little ball, even if he couldn't stay straight in the air. Gary Golfball lived in a very special house. It was underground, and the door was a little hole on the golf course with a flag above it. One day, Ping Pong Ball came to visit. She loved rolling on the grass, aiming straight at the flagpole sticking out of the hole that was his door. They were so busy talking and laughing that they didn't notice the big black clouds gathering over Balltown. They were in for a very bad storm. When Ping Pong Ball finally jumped out of the hole and started bouncing off home, there was a big crash of thunder. A huge hailstone fell just in front of Ping Pong Ball. Her skin was so thin and fragile, she would be seriously hurt if a hailstone should hit her. She started dodging this way and that, but the hail came down harder and harder.
Help! Help! Help!
She shouted. She was too far away from Balltown for anyone to hear her, but little Gary Golfball did. He was afraid of the hail, but quick as a flash, he came to help her.
Hold on, Ping Pong Ball.
He shouted.
I'll get you back to my house.
But it was too late. The hail was falling thick and fast now. There was only one thing for Gary Golfball to do.
Roll into that little hollow in the grass.
He shouted. And when Ping Pong Ball was safely inside, Gary Golfball stood on top, protecting her with his own body. Down came the hail. Little Ping Pong Ball was safe, but the big balls of ice kept hitting Gary Golfball.
Oh!
He cried.
Ouch, that hurt!
And every time a hailstone hit Gary Golfball, it left a little dent in him. By the time the storm was over, Gary Golfball was dented all over, but Ping Pong Ball was perfectly safe.
Oh, you're so brave.
She said as she kissed Gary Golfball.
You protected me, even though you knew that you would get hurt.
Gary Golfball was so happy with the kiss that he took a mighty bounce. And do you know what happened? Thanks to the dimples all over him, he landed exactly where he had aimed.
Come and sit here for a while, put on a great big smile, 'cause everyone in Balltown is your friend. We learn things while we play. You got lots of friends today, so let's go bouncy, 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 Balltown, yeah! There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball. And if you listen well, you'll be sure to hear the sound of everyone go bouncy, bouncy in Balltown.
Ping Pong Ball lived in a small house near the forest. The garden was filled with natural flowers and bushes and trees, and through the middle ran a stream with a little bridge over it and a small waterfall that babbled softly. Inside, the rooms were spotlessly clean and neat, and in one corner stood a priceless Ming vase, which Ping Pong Ball used to dust off every morning. One day, there was a knock at the door.
I want that vase,
said Paul Pool Ball. Now, as you know, Paul Pool Ball was the richest ball in all Balltown, and he was forever buying the most expensive things he could find.
It's not for sale.
Smiled Ping Pong Ball.
It was given to me out of love, and love has no price.
Paul Pool Ball was astonished. Not for sale? Surely everything has a price,
I'll give you 10 times what you paid for it.
he shouted.
If I knew you would truly appreciate it, I would give it to you for nothing.
Smiled Ping Pong Ball.
There are much more important things in life than money.
Puzzled, Paul Poolball rolled back to his great big mansion. More important than money? What could possibly be more important than money? And how could someone give away their most precious thing? One day, Ping Pong Ball's great friend Sally Squash Ball was admiring the beautiful Ming vase.
What you need is a table to put it on,
She said.
Oh, yes!
Said Ping Pong Ball.
I've seen one in a store, and every day when I walk past, I look at it. But I haven't got the money, so that's that. I know how you feel,
Said Sally Squash Ball.
I've seen the most beautiful gold earring, exactly like the one I've got, but it's way too expensive for me.
It was almost Christmas time in Balltown, and snow began to fall. In front of one little store in the main street in Balltown, there were always 2 little sets of ball prints in the snow. Sally Squash Ball would come and stare through the window at the beautiful big gold earring. But after a long while, she would sigh and bounce slowly away. Ping Pong Ball would also stop and look at the lovely carved wooden table and imagine how good her Ming vase would look on it. And then she'd also sigh and bounce away. Then came Christmas morning. Sally Squash Ball was very excited and bounced quickly to her friend Ping Pong Ball's house with a present under her arm.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
She said.
And here's my special present just for you.
Excitedly, Ping Pong Ball unwrapped the gift. And when she saw what it was, she shrieked with delight.
Oh, the table! The beautiful carved wooden table! Oh, but Sally, where on earth did you get the money to buy this? It doesn't matter,
Said Sally Squash Ball.
I did it because I know how much you love it and how beautiful your Ming vase will look on it.
But Ping Pong Ball knew where she'd got the money from. She'd noticed that Sally Squash Ball wasn't wearing her favorite gold earring. With tears of love in her eyes, she handed Sally Squash Ball a small parcel.
Merry Christmas,
She said. When Sally saw what was inside, she began to cry softly. But it wasn't a sad cry. It was full of love and joy.
The earring!
She said. And when she looked in the corner of Ping Pong Ball's room, she noticed for the first time that the Ming vase was gone. The 2 friends just hugged each other and cried. And when Paul Poolball heard the story later that day, he had to admit that there are things in life that are much more important than money. Don't you agree?
Come and sit here for a while. Put on a great big smile. 'Cause everyone in Balltown is your friend. We learn things while we play. You got lots of friends today. So let's go bouncy, 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 bouncy in Balltown. Yeah! There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball. And if you listen well, you'll be sure to hear the sound of everyone go bouncy, bouncy in Balltown.
Millie Mothball was always busy chasing away moths.
Get away, moth! Get away! And you? You thought you'd escape me, did you? Fly away, go, scoot!
Millie Mothball was so busy chasing moths and talking to herself that she didn't always watch where she was going, or even hear you properly when you spoke to her,
Watch out!
said Harriet Hockeyball one day.
You're going to bump into that pole. What's that?
Mumbled Millie Mothball.
You want me to jump into a hole? That's not very nice, Harriet.
And she bumped into the pole. Another time, Millie Mothball was chasing moths on the beach while the other balls were playing beach volleyball,
Look out!
shouted Rowan Rugby Ball,
You're gonna get caught in the net.
I will not get wet.
said Millie Mothball.
I'm far from the waves.
And of course, she got herself all tangled up in the volleyball net, and the balls had to stop their game.
I've had enough,
said Calvin Cannonball to himself.
I'm gonna make sure she doesn't interrupt any more of our games.
Then he called out to her.
Millie Mothball,
he said,
there's a big moth I want you to chase away. Follow me.
Calvin led Millie Mothball to an old shed far down the beach.
It's in there,
he said. Millie Mothball didn't wait a moment. She bounced into the shed.
Where's the moth?
She called out. Quickly, Calvin Cannonball closed the door and locked it.
Stay there,
he said, and off he bounced. Millie Mothball shouted and shouted.
Help! Help!
But nobody could hear her. And as for Calvin Cannonball, he enjoyed the game so much that he forgot all about her. Next morning, Sally Squashball woke up to find a big moth sitting right on top of her head.
Shoo! Get away!
She cried, jumping out of bed. Nearby, Harriet Hockeyball came into her kitchen to find it covered in big moths.
My goodness gracious!
She screamed.
This is outrageous!
And she bounced quickly outside. All over Balltown, it was the same. There were moths everywhere. Even Billy and Betty Beachball were chasing away moths from their sandcastle house. Doc Medicine Ball was very concerned. He called a meeting of all the balls.
Does anyone know where Millie Mothball is?
He asked.
She's not here,
said Ping Pong Ball, waving away a moth that wanted to sit on her.
She's not in her house,
said Gary Golf Ball.
I last saw her on the beach,
said Rowan Rugby Ball.
She was with Calvin.
Every ball turned to look at Calvin Cannonball.
Well,
said Doc Medicine Ball sternly.
What have you done with Millie Mothball? I locked her in a shed on the beach,
he said in a small voice.
I'm sorry.
But the other balls didn't let him even finish. They bounced quickly down to Balltown Beach and let Millie Mothball out of the shed.
Oh, Millie,
said Ping Pong Ball.
You must have been so cold. Old? But I'm not so old,
said Millie Mothball. Then she saw all the moths.
Get away! Get away!
She said.
Oh, thought you'd escape me, did you? Fly away! Scoot, scoot!
Doc Medicine Ball looked stern.
And as for you, Calvin Cannonball, as punishment, I order you to help her.
And off went Calvin Cannonball chasing moths. By the next day, there was not a moth to be seen in Balltown. Doc Medicine Ball called all the balls together.
I hope we've all learned an important lesson,
he said.
Everything in the world is here for a reason, and if you take away something, you affect everything else. Like Millie Mothball,
he said.
Some of you thought she was a pest, but she does a very valuable job in Balltown. Thank you, Millie Mothball.
But Millie didn't hear him. She was bouncing down the street. And you know what she was doing, don't you?
Come and sit here for a while. Put on a great big smile. 'Cause everyone in Balltown is your friend. We learn things while we play. You got lots of friends today. So let's go bouncy, 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 bouncy in Balltown. Yeah! There's a funny little town with houses big and small, and everyone who lives there is a ball. And if you listen well, you'll be sure to hear the sound of everyone go bouncy, bouncy in Balltown.
When Milton Meatball first came to Balltown, he was a real wimp. And so, some of the balls were unkind to him and teased him.
I'm not going into the water,
he said on the beach one day.
I'm afraid a fish will eat me.
And when Timothy Tennis Ball teased him with a crab, poor Milton Meatball jumped and hid behind an umbrella. Laughed Timothy. Milton Meatball went to Doc Medicine Ball in tears.
Please help me.
He sniffed.
Give me something to stop me being a wimp.
There's no medicine that can do that,
said Doc Medicine Ball.
You have to do it yourself.
Milton Meatball went to ask Ping Pong Ball what to do. She said.
I think you must learn karate.
And so Ping Pong Ball taught Milton Meatball karate. From early each morning till late at night, he would practice on Balltown Beach, jumping and shouting,
"Ya hai banzai!"
Finally, the day came when Ping Pong Ball presented him with a headband.
Well done.
She said.
Now you are ready.
On his way home, Milton Meatball felt very proud of himself. As he passed a big bush, he leaped into the air and chopped the leaves all around him, shouting,
"Hiya! Hi banzai!"
And when Gary Golfball accidentally bumped into him, he did the same.
"Hiya! Hi banzai!"
He shouted and knocked little Gary Golfball flying. Ping Pong Ball, who was coming down the road, saw it all.
No, 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 no!
She scolded Milton Meatball.
When I taught you karate, I did it, Milton, so that you could defend yourself, not become a bully, too.
Milton Meatball looked very sheepish.
But it felt so good not to be a wimp anymore.
He said.
I see,
said Ping Pong Ball.
But when you are strong, the secret is to always use it for good things and to help other people. Never use it just to make yourself feel important.
Milton Meatball thought about it carefully as he bounced home. These were very wise words. The next day, all the balls were on Balltown Beach having fun. Just then, the nasty snooker ball gang rolled down the beach, knocking over sandcastles, breaking umbrellas, and making a racket. Black Ball, who was their leader, laughed loudly.
We've come to take over Balltown. From now on, we will live in your houses, and you can go live in our smelly old cave.
Everyone was frightened. Little Timothy Tennis Ball even started crying.
I don't want to live in a smelly old cave.
He wailed. But then something amazing happened.
Go away,
said a brave little voice. Everyone spun around in surprise. Laughed Black Ball evilly.
It's only that little wimp Milton Meatball.
And 3 of the snooker ball gang tried to kick sand on him. To their amazement, Milton easily dodged out of the way.
Go away,
He said.
Leave us alone or else I'll chop you to pieces.
And with that, Milton spun around, chopping the air and shouting,
Hiya! Hi banzai!
It was too much for the cowardly snooker ball gang. They turned and scurried back to their smelly old cave as fast as they could. All the balls gathered around, patting Milton Meatball on the back.
Thank you, Milton Meatball,
said Doc Medicine Ball.
You saved Balltown.
And even little Timothy Tennis Ball shook his hand.
I'm sorry, Milton Meatball.
He said in a quiet voice.
You're not a wimp after all.
You can be like Milton and help someone who's being bullied by telling your teacher or parents. That's not being a wimp. That's being a friend.
Come and sit here for a while. Put on a great big smile. 'Cause everyone in Balltown is your friend. We learn things while we play. You got lots of friends today. So let's go bouncy, 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 bouncy in Balltown.